I knew this was the case, guys. I knew this was the case. I mean, there is absolutely no reason why Bitcoin price will stay at what price it is, or there's no reason why the price should drop down. For the simple fact that there's more awareness about what Bitcoin technology is now compared to what it was in 2017. The media all over the world is talking about it. The Bloomberg has got a special Twitter account. Bloomberg Crypto. They have got a special Twitter handle only to give cryptocurrency news. People know about what exactly Bitcoin is. People are buying it. There are a lot of legit people, quite an influencer people who are talking about Bitcoin. In fact, CFTC and SEC, the two US regulators, have actually gone ahead and said that the Bitcoin and Ethereum are a wonderful technology, and in fact they are looking into the people who are trying to manipulate the pricing. So this is something which is required because like I said, there is absolutely no reason why the Bitcoin price will not be higher than what it was last year, considering we all know how the mining algorithm, how really the mining supply works, because every the mining the Bitcoin supply decreases and of course the demand increases. So there is absolutely no reason why the price should not be going up, and we should be no way standing at $7,600. So clearly there is a huge manipulation going on. And so looking into that, the SEC and CFTC, one of the US regulators, like I said, I'm a big fan of the regulators. So if there is any fan that, oh, I got a call. So if there is any regulators that I'm a huge fan of, it is US regulators, because they really have understood what cryptocurrencies are. So now they have launched a criminal probe into Bitcoin price manipulation. So this was a video I was watching this morning.
Any more about what the US is actually investigating?
Yes, this is a significant moment, and I would point out that the agency involved in working with the US Justice Department is the Commodity Futures and Trading Commission. So this isn't coming from the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is already investigating initial coin offerings or ICOs for fraud. So now you have the two capital markets agencies in the US both investigating these processes. And when it comes to the CFTC Justice Probe, it looks like they're really looking at the traditional frauds that we've seen in the stock market. You're seeing spoofing, you're seeing wash trades, you're seeing basically all of those manipulative tricks that stock fraudsters like to do to goose the price and get out, of course, at the expense of innocent investors. That's very interesting.
How much jurisdiction do they have, Ed?
They have jurisdiction over any transaction that takes place in the US.
So the two kind of manipulation that they mentioned is wash, trade, and spoofing. And it's quite clearly these are the reasons why the Bitcoin price has not really moved as everyone was expecting. The Bitcoin price movement is very different compared to over the last 7 years. It all changed right from the January, ever since the futures trading started. So there is absolutely no doubt that there is a price manipulation happening into the cryptocurrency market. So US regulators, SEC and CFTC has formed a team, and they are looking into as to who is really manipulating the price. And so I hopefully, if they at all find who are the guys, and if they're able to control it, this would be the last manipulation we will ever see into the market. So hats off to US regulators, but we will still have to see how successful they become in doing so. The investigation is focused on illegal practices that can influence price, such as spoofing or flooding the market with the fake orders to trick orders into buying or selling. Now, what is I just want to give you a small gist of what exactly this spoofing is. So so in spoofing, there are two kinds of manipulation happening. One is spoofing and the wash trading. So spoofing, a trader submits a state of orders and then cancels it once the price moves into the desired direction. And the other one, manipulation, is called wash trades, which involves cheater trading with herself to give a false impression of the market demand that lures others to dive into it. Now So these are the actual reasons why the Bitcoin price has not moved, or I would rather say has dropped. Now you'll of course find people saying that, oh, didn't I tell you that Bitcoin is in a bad shape? I got a call the other day from one of my friends, saying that isn't Bitcoin in a bad shape? Come on. So these are the kind of manipulations happening, and hats off to US regulators who are actually formed a team who are going to be looking into it. They also mentioned, so Griffin also mentioned there is very little monitoring of manipulative trading, spoofing, and wash trading is done. It would be easy to spoof the market, and right. So because there is absolutely one of the way that this can be monitored is if you have all the exchanges, at least from fiat to crypto, are monitored, and they are use some kind of software, like how Winklevoss brothers for their Gemini exchange have got a software from Nasdaq which will actually monitor if there is any price manipulation happening. So hats off to this Winklevoss brother. They already knew that there is something like this which is possible, and hopefully if the similar kind of software can be put across all the exchanges, especially the ones which are fiat to crypto, it can be reduced to a certain limit, because most of these manipulators are actually people with a lot of dollar money, with a lot of fiat money. So this is really sad, and I mean, people are not really happy with these kind of cartel buying and manipulation of price. So this is, like I said, I'm quite happy with the way the Bloomberg media and the international media really works. They have a dedicated Twitter handle only to talk about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. It is something that they published, and that is how people got to know. So we definitely need this kind of media who puts out this kind of news so that people can actually move out. Another Twitter handle I want to share is this one, which is called Bitcoin, Gold, Cartel, and Geopolitics. So this is got about 18.9, and this one has mentioned about the cartel movement, and in fact his prediction is very scary. He has predicted about 95% of correction. So right now it's 75%, 70% of correction. I don't want to buy this point, but I do want to mention that let it be a cartel movement, but it has created an opportunity for people who have still not bought, or people who have bought Bitcoin, to accumulate more Bitcoin. In fact, so unless and until someone is not a holder out there, it's going to be a concern. If there is a hodler out there, I think the hodlers are only busy in accumulating more and see this as a buying opportunity. But of course, we wouldn't want this kind of manipulation. We really want the natural price growth for cryptocurrency movement rather. So hopefully the team which has formed, the Justice Department who have formed the team, hopefully be able to control this, and we'll be able to find out who really these manipulators are. And then it never ever happens once again. That's all I wanted to cover, because this is a very, very serious topic. I don't want to cover any other news. Let me know your opinion. What do you think about this movement? Do you think with this movement they will be able to control the price? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.